Michiko and Hatchin episode 6, the Saudade Fools part 2. This episode got pretty crazy towards the end, like I just finished it, and it was just an insane ending with them in the bullfights. But the rest of it I definitely enjoyed too. We got like a little flashback of a very young Michiko when she was basically the same age as the little kid that ran away in the last episode. And he says a lot of this, or she says a lot of the same stuff that the little kid says to the woman. And I thought that was pretty cool. We got to see a little flashback of her. We got to see her friend as well, although all we saw was Michiko stepping on her to get to the safe that she couldn't break into. But we got to see, a little version of her. We got to see them actually confront each other and talk a little bit about their past. And they have like a little bit of a fight. And Michiko basically just gets hit the entire time. She gets hit with a bottle, she gets shoved, then she gets straight up punched in the face and her nose starts bleeding. But it was a good scene. I enjoyed getting that little bit of history on Michiko's character. Like, it's the tiniest little bit, and I'm sure we won't ever get a flashback of her that young again, unless they show something that young from her friend's perspective. But it was just a nice little bit of info on her character, just to know something a little bit different about her. We got to see them actually talk to each other, and she talks about how the woman convinced her that she's the one to trust. She's the person that she can trust no matter what. And she even says that to the little boy at the end of the episode, like, can't you see that I know what's best and I'm right and you can trust me? So I thought that was kind of cool. And she, did have blood and stuff, and she was like, well, it shows how much I have to know. So that was pretty funny too, but I love that scene. And, it just led to like some pretty cool stuff, mostly for the end of the episode with the crazy bullfight, when the bullfight distracted the woman and she's like, oh, who's that, your lover? And that's how she gets punched. And then Michiko finds out that he was also in the house just like she was when he was a kid. And, that leads her to knock the guy out. Well, that's not why she knocked the guy out, but it was just like a little connection that she had with the guy. Like, oh, we kind of grew up in the same place, but I'm going to knock you out and go into the bullfight. I don't know where that plan came from. That was like a horrible idea to me. But it was definitely hilarious, and I couldn't believe that no one could tell it was a woman just because she wore a mask. Like, the guy isn't really nearly as dark as she is, and it was just really funny to me. Like, she's in the ring, Michiko just, like, destroys the one guy when she gets out of the tub, and then she beats up the other two guys, then she takes him out, and now she's fighting a bull. Hatchin actually took out a guy, which is really cool when she kicks the trunk open and the guy is too close and she knocks him out. I thought that was actually a cool moment, even though she didn't intentionally mean to knock a guy out. She did, so it was still actually really cool for her. And she actually goes in, and then she ends up in the ring with the bull and has to run around while Michiko is fighting the dude that tried to kill her and kidnap Hatchin. They have a sword fight. She kicks him off the balcony. He gets gets gored by the bull, and then she's swinging around trying to pick up Hatchin out of the ring. And it was just a funny, like, I think it was probably like 10 minutes long. All of that was just insane. She's fighting a bull, then Hatchin escapes, and then she goes into the pit while Michiko's doing a freaking sword fight in the stands. And just, it was all crazy, but it was definitely a great ending. It was just really silly and just over the top. And I loved it. It was definitely a really cool moment. She's like dodging bullets from a sniper. Just all sorts of craziness. It just didn't make sense. Then when she got left outside, I thought that was hilarious. The guy picked up the wrong tub, and then she's just outside, and I was like, how did they mix that up? Like, this whole plan, they hide her in the truck and stuff. They freaked out about getting killed in there. They do all this, and then he picks up the wrong tub, and it's like, oh well, there goes the entire plan. And it's because he didn't bother checking which tub he was picking up. Like, he didn't feel it was swaying full of liquid and stuff. And I just find that really funny. Like, oops, wrong one. And then she got into a firefight because of that. And a sword fight and a bullfight as well. Just all in like 15 minutes. So I loved the ending. It was definitely a great, crazy ending. Not nearly as drastic as I thought. I really thought that it was going to be really serious because it's like, they kidnap Hatchin and stuff. This guy has a vendetta against Michiko for what, everyone believes she did to their boss, even though she says she doesn't now. So I thought it was going to be really, really serious, and it just ended up like Michiko and Hatchin, just insane and over the top. It was sort of serious. Like, she did have to fight people and dodge bullets, as well as a bull. But at the same time, she could have done that without going into the ring. She didn't have to knock the guy out and take his place and try to fight the bull to see where the guy was in the stands. And it was just really funny and over the top. It wasn't super dramatic like I thought it was going to be, which is totally fine. But I really thought that's how it was going to play out. And that's how it was initially when Michiko was trying to figure out like where could they have taken her, because she didn't know, and it was fairly serious and stuff. And then it's just like by the end it's just silly and funny, and just everyone's fighting a bull and stuff, and the bad guy gets gored, and Michiko and Hatchin literally swing away, and they're totally fine, and they just drive off to meet Satoshi by the end of the episode. So I loved it for sure. I'm actually really excited for them to meet Satoshi, because he is the one who is Hiroshi's best friend, just like Michiko's friend, who's now a cop, totally sort of different, the path that they went on. But, they might get some info on Satoshi. I mean, Hiroshi's dead, I'm assuming. Like, I don't know, they even kind of talk about it, like, isn't that guy dead? And they talk about, like, how old Hatchin actually is and stuff. It's like, don't ask me to do the math. It's just what people are saying. So they, even in the show, they're talking about, the writers put it in the show, like, meh, it's just whatever. He's dead. He's probably alive. Hatchin doesn't believe it because people said he was dead. Michiko wants to find the guy. So whatever it is just whatever it is at this point. But I'm excited for them to find Satoshi, because he's supposed to be like this big deal now, although he's currently in hiding. And he was kind of giving orders to the guy in this episode, like, hey, I haven't gotten my cut of what I'm supposed to get. And the guy was freaked out. So he's obviously, important, but other important people are looking for him, so he's currently in hiding. But I'm excited for the next episode. I really enjoyed this one. I don't mind that it wasn't, super serious. I think the last one, I guess, was really serious, so it was like, the first part was the serious one, and then this was like, sort of serious. You think it would get more serious after she got kidnapped, but then it gets even funnier and just crazier with the whole, bullfight, sword fight, gunfight thing. So I definitely love this episode. I'm really looking forward to the next one when they meet Satoshi, and just all the craziness that comes from that. If he's hiding from that many people, them finding him probably won't result in anything really good. They might get a little bit of info, and then here come a bunch of people for another firefight. So I'm definitely excited for that one. Of course, I want to know what you guys thought about this episode, so please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts, your least favorite parts, and I definitely want to know what you guys thought about the ending of this episode, like her being in, knocking out the guy and being in the fight with the bull, and then going into a sword fight, and then Hatchin, I don't know what her idea was. Like, she's supposed to be the smart one, honestly, and she went down there thinking that she'd be able to help Michiko fight a bull with a with a ladle. And I don't know, it was just really silly to me. Like, why did she go down there thinking that would really help? Like, all she would do is just distract the bull, and then she'd have to run, which she did. And I guess fortunately the other guy was down there, because he was running from the bull and he got gored. But I want to know what you guys thought about that whole ending scene, and even the guy mixing up the things, and then Michiko having to basically fight her way into it because he picked up the wrong tub. So I want to know what you guys think about all the silly chaos that happened at the end, because I loved it. Like I said, it was very Michiko and Hatchin, like, just insanely over the top, not what I was expecting in any way, shape, or form, but I definitely loved it. So, like I said, I want to know what you guys think, so please comment below and let me know, and thanks for watching.